It's the first anniversary of Fanm Potomitan. Welcome to all. Bienvenue à tous. Bienvenue à tout le monde qui là. Non pas M. Mika, c'est moi-même qui prends l'animer soirée à vous, non? Mettez-nous à l'aise, ok? Chita, mettez-nous à l'aise. Nous avons une petite collation, nous, petit du vin, nous. On va commencer. Nous allons commencer. Nous gagnons avec nous une belle haïtienne, Haitian American, with the voice of an angel, qui peut chanter pour nous. Nous allons passer à Millie. Millie, vous parlez? You guys feel free to sing
along. Non pays, quel marabout, quel milatrice, quel sénégalais, toutes ces belles femmes qui sont rouges à lèvres, sans maquillage, sont un soleil, qui font chalet, qui font travail, qui font remède, qui font souffrir, c'est comme la guerre, comme d'Haïti. Si on cherche une femme pour marier, pas de problème pour décider. C'est qu'elle même côté manger comme tous ces couchons d'or. Les vacances m'ouvrent dans toute Paris, au prince pour province. C'est belle parade, c'est belle histoire. Les belles yeux noirs, les yeux marrons. Je t'amarais, exactement, j'en suis violée, tout ça mis, tout c'est l'amour, ça promenait. Tout garçon qui parlait sans mal, les garçons qui parlent normal, les machins qui fait parfois, vont tomber sous chocher. Chaque femme l'en paye, son beau diamant l'a promené à la femme yo belle. À la femme yo belle, comme si là yo gen dans ma cousaille, d'un point femme sur la terre, qui capable de tout ça. À la femme yo belle, à la femme yo belle, à la femme yo belle. Qui vont y passer ça à la femme nouvelle, 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 à la femme nouvelle.
En tout cas, Milly, merci pour chanter ça. Merci en pile. Et n'a regardé tout le monde qui là. Ah, la femme yo belle. Pas seulement belle de façon à regarder nos figures pour être belle, mais sa femme Potomitan y. C'est un paquet de belles femmes qui belle dans l'homme d'abord, et puis qui belle dans tout ça pour fruit. C'est ça nous venons là pour nous célébrer. Bonsoir tout le monde qui vient. Welcome, bienvenue. Premier anniversaire Fanm Potomitan. Grande première. Un an, ça paraît minime, mais pour le travail qui fait là, c'est pour un petit bagage. Non pas M. Mika, moi-même qui l'a souhaité, humblement, je t'ai demandé pour venir animer, j'étais vraiment saisi, j'étais vraiment choqué. Et m'te accepté sans hésiter pour me venir animer. Moi, son un grand supporter de Fanm Potomitan. Depuis que posté mal regardé m'attendait pour moi qui moun ka parler, qui travail que yo fait, qui ça porté parce que chaque monde est différent dans Jack couture. Là moi de m'animer, me dit pour qui ça et en ma capacité me parler de qui monde que moi même personnellement sont monde qui ont fanatique tel que j'ai 10 ans de film naturel et ça me fait partager tout ça que m'apprendre avec femme haïtienne pareil moi yo sous cheveux naturels. Et c'est dans constat tout fait 7 ateliers Montréal, Ottawa, New York, Haïti. Chaque atelier pour ton bail pour moi chaque monde que me rencontrer sous cheveux naturels pour apprendre femmes haïtiennes et d'autres comment pour gérer cheveux naturels yo avec ça au gain dans cuisine. Et dans même bagay ça tout, le fait que me fait tout à fait naturellement, m'gagne un produit en gamme les Simbi qui c'est un crème pour les cheveux et le corps pour cheveux naturels. Comme nous ka ouais. Il y a 10 ans parcouru sous 11 ans de film naturel. Alors merci en pile à fondatrice Fanm Potomitan ça yo qui permet moi là avec nous pour me dire nous merci et comme dit nous assoya c'est honorer nous là pour nous honorer chaque grande femme Potomitan ça yo parce que nous chaque qui là nous gagnons bail que nous fait tout pour nous apprendre les autres et ça nous vient faire assoya. Alors donc comme dit nous pour ça pat là yo chita mettez-nous à l'aise si nous pouvons apprendre du vin petit de l'eau petit collation apprendre charcuterie fromage cheese anything that you need, go get your water. We're going to start the party. It's a celebration. We are here to celebrate. So we cannot do it in person. Personally, I think it's a great idea parce que moi, juste Canada, je ne vais pas descendre aller ni New York pour me célébrer. Ça permet nous toutes là, ensemble, pour nous participer et célébrer. Alors, pour moun qui là, parce que pour les gens moun qui là, c'est yon dit l'autre zami dit ah va inviter un tel pour venir connaître. On nous apprendre ça Fanm Potomitan. Qui s'allier comment faire venir, c'est ça nous vinn là pour nous apprendre à soir. Nous pas jouer une petite vidéo pour nous. Comme nous Fanm Potomitan, c'est Fanm Potomitan haïtien. Pillar women or strong women, that's what it means for those who don't understand. It's a Haitian word. Our mission is to give women, give back, to empower and make a difference. Ça veut dire pour nous bayon ak l'autre jarrette et puis font différence tout dans la vie. Reconnaître ça l'autre la faire, ressourcer et puis pour nous connecter ensemble. But principal Fanm Potomitan, c'est pour capable bail Fanm Potomitan. Give them their roses while they can still smell it. That's the goal. Premier monde qui te paraît, te honoré dans la publication, c'était Katrina Davius. C'était le 12 novembre 2020. Alors, c'est ça que fait fêter aujourd'hui. 21 Fanm Potomitan jusqu'à date et publié 16 noms. Ça, c'est photo membre fondatrice. Et si nous prenons ça pour nous garder, nous ne pas mettre individuellement, non? Nous marchons ensemble. Et CEO, Madame Bijou Abelard Augustin et l'autre fondatrice là, c'est Nerlande Pretty Augustin. Et après ça, nous gagnons Katia Jean-Bernard Pierre. Avant pour un monde, yo ka honorer en tant que Fanm Potomitan. Ça yo fait, moun yo nommé et après information sur fait toute recherche. Moun qui nommé yo sont pas quelques autres femmes encore, faut nous bali spotlight que mérité parce que mais qui moun mais qui ça fait. Et puis nous gagnons photographeur affilié, photographe, je veux dire affilié qui fait photo. L'année ça, te gagné 16 qui honoré qui te paraît sous page là. Et ça, c'est 16 femmes partout dans le monde Et entrevue te faite avec 21 femmes total. Là, on fait entrevue, yo fait entrevue dans langue que mon a choisi parler. Nous sur Facebook, nous sur Instagram, nous sur Twitter, YouTube, et jusqu'à date, c'est pas des moun gars sur nous. Regardez, ouais, toutes les statistiques, yo, côté moun a regardé, il y a moun qui gagne en Afrique, Asie, l'Amérique, Europe, et tant que Maurice, so t'a dit, c'est pas n'importe qui, Fanm Potomitan. A présenter nous yon nan fondatrice Fanm Potomitan qui va parler avec nous très bientôt. C'est nul autre que Katia Pierre qui pourra dire nous comment te faire arriver vin faire partie de grande organisation ça. Bonsoir Kat.
Bonsoir Mika, bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue, happy Friday. Chapeau bas mesdames. Bon, non pas c'est Katia. Good evening everyone. My name is Katia Pierre. So a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Haiti. And I like to say that I was raised by a tribe of women. My mother has 7 sisters and they all raised me. So naturally, when Bijou came to me during the pandemic and says, Kat, I have an idea. And she pitched it to me with no second thoughts, with no hesitation. I was sold. I mean, my whole life, I was raised by women. I mean, I do not want to discredit my father or the men in my life. But when you are raised by 7 women, there is nothing else in your mind that femme pour femme, women for women, la peine Naïka c'est pour Katia, la peine Bijou c'est pour Katia, joie Mika, réussite Katia. So I was sold. I didn't even ask a question. My only question was, when do we start? And here we are today. I would like to thank every one of you for being here. I'm sorry, your Friday evening with us. Happy 1st anniversary. There is no Fanm Potomitan without every single one of you. For your continuous support, for every share, for every like, for every encouragement, for every feedback, for every critic, I am humbly thankful. Why this platform? Why did I join? Aside from the fact that I was raised by women, I needed this platform 20 years ago. So I want to leave this for my daughter, my 4-year-old, or for my niece Soray. I want them not to have to say, like, Mommy, I needed this platform 20 years ago. This is my boussole that I'm leaving for them. This is the archive that I'm leaving for them, that they can go and see, oh, Naika did this. And this is how she do it. So I can do it too. Dr. Vivens did this, and this is how she do it too. So I can do it too. So this is what I hope. This is why this work is so important. Because I don't want them to have to say 20 years later that I didn't have a footprint, that I cannot do it because nobody else before me did it. So before I start getting emotional and start crying, I wanted to say once more, this evening is about you. It's not about me. It's not about Bijou or Lundi. Although I would like to very much thank my co-founding sisters for trusting me to be able to do this work. It's not easy work, but I feel it's work that is needed. It's work that is inspiring. And with a humble heart, moi koubem devan bien bas pou m'di nou tout merci for staying in this journey with us, for partaking in this journey with us. My sisters in everything, I see you, I honor you. I hope you know you are loved, you are valued, you are appreciated. I want you to know that these roses that we want to give you tonight, we wanted to give them to you while you are able and can smell them. Happy anniversary, ladies. To chaque Fanm Potomitan, I want to thank you, every which one of you at the sound of my voice. There is no us without you. There is no village without every femme, femme pour femme, women by women. This is what I am about, and that's what my sisters are about. So if you ever found your crown, tombé à terre, you need adjusting, just remember, there is a platform, there is a village for you. It's called Fanm Potomitan. It doesn't matter where you come from, where you hail from, your background, your education level. There is no one Fanm Potomitan that is more valuable than the other. So my hope is that we can take this platform to the greatest heights, to continue to uplift, to empower, to support. And that maybe next year we can be face to face so that I can probably cry and hug every one of you. Hopefully, no COVID. Cheers to every single one of you. Happy anniversary to every one of you, not just from Potomitan, the organization, but each one of you. Thank you, Mika. Thank you, our photographers. Thank you, our featured ladies of the past. The one we've interviewed, we have not yet featured. The one who are yet to come. Universe, hear my voice. I thank you. A toast and cheers to you.
Wow! Pourquoi aller ou pas aller? Parce que ça se dit là, c'est gros parole. C'est gros parole. Faut nous parler. That was so touching. For people, I'm sorry, nous en famille là, c'est que nous qu'à comprendre qui ça qu'a fait là, parce que mesdames, ça, on aime dire ses amis, c'est pas amis, ce sont des sœurs. Kat, as I call you, pour mon qui pas connaît, that's how I call her for many years since I've known her. Femme pour femme. Ou dit comme ça, ou t'as aimé, pour ça, c'est pour petit tout, nièsou, pour yon ka gen on bagay pour yon ka wè pita. Ça qu'il faut penser que c'est qu'on y a, c'est nous-mêmes qui fait ça.
I say the universe chooses us to fulfill our purposes. Purposes is given. Purposes is not searched for or found. It's given to you. And when that universe put in an assignment through you via Bijou or via someone else, the mission is to respond to it. And if you're going to respond to it, show out for it. Give it your best. And I like to say, Fanm Potomitan found me. Because up until this day, my life mantra is, sou bezwen fon bagay liye réussi, ba on fom fel. Si bagay on fom nan on bagay, li pa privan ken kote. This is really what my essence is. Si yon fom pa ka arrive yon kote, my job is to help my sister get to that place. I don't even need the credit for it. So that is why I think, because my whole life I spend it thinking this way. The universe conspired with Bijou, and then Bijou then found me to then outlive my purpose.
Amen to that. And I thank you for accepting this and embarking in this journey without hesitation. You're right when saying it's a legacy that's left for our children, our nieces, so they would see. C'est pas attendez, grand-mère peut-être dit grand-mère de tel gens. They will have something tangible. In the digital age where we are, everything is online, they will see and say, ah, ça son Fanm Potomitan, a comprendre ça, moi Fanm Potomitan et y a dit merci en pile. And I thank you and I hope your children will carry on that legacy. Nous allons passer cette pause musicale là à l'autre voix extraordinaire, on voit d'ange qui va chanter pour nous. On belle chanter bien placée. Noni, c'est Wilberge du Verger. Et il pourra chanter Donner le monde aux femmes. Ouais, Katia se dit ça. Wilberge, très joli.
Merci. Depuis des milliards d'années, les hommes mènent le monde. C'est même le verbe, leur c'est boussole. Théoriser, exploser. Toujours ces mêmes refrains dans tout nos quotidiens. Imaginez si c'était les femmes, ces êtres habiles qui n'aiment pas la violence. Imaginez si c'était les femmes, ces êtres sensibles qui luttent contre la souffrance. Tourner le monde aux femmes, confier leur cette terre. Il n'y aura plus de guerre. Tourner le monde aux femmes, ces êtres solides comme ma mère. Il n'y aura plus de larmes. Ils inventent des armes, puis des gilets pare-balles. Ils inventent des missiles, et des antimissiles. On dirait qu'ils sont fous. Ils creusent leur propre trou. Ce siècle, il est à lui, car il est le seul roi. L'autre siècle sera à toi, tu subiras tes lois. J'en ai marre de ce théâtre. Tournez le monde aux femmes. Tournez le monde aux femmes. Confiez-leur cette terre. Il n'y aura plus de guerre. Donnez le monde aux femmes, ces êtres solides comme ma mère. Il n'y aura d'armes. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Monde aux femmes, donnez le monde aux femmes, donnez le monde aux femmes. Il n'y aura de guerre. Donnez le monde aux femmes, donnez le monde aux femmes. Il n'y aura plus de larmes. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Il n'y aura guerre. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Confiez-leur cette terre. Il n'y aura plus de guerre. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Ces actes solides comme ma mère. Il n'y aura d'armes. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Il n'y aura plus de guerre. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Il n'y aura plus de guerre. Donnez le monde aux femmes. Ces actes solides comme moi-même. Il n'y aura plus de larmes. Merci.
Ouh, belle voix. Voix angélique. Merci beaucoup. Merci pour présence, Wilberge. Et merci du fait que vous prêtez nos voix à soi. Et tant que Wilberge se dit dans chanter, donner le monde aux femmes. Katia se dit encore tout. Et Wilberge dans chanter répéter encore. Si femmes dégainent pouvoir sur la terre, il n'y aura plus de guerre. Et ça chanter a dit. Bon, on t'y rappelle pour nous dire tout le monde merci encore pour présence. Merci du fait que nous là, du fait que nous venons rassembler pour célébrer avec nous. Premier anniversaire Fanm Potomitan. Un an, Timon, un an. Un an, yo gagné, mais travail qui fait là, c'est phénoménal. Et je souhaite, si nous pas connaissons Fanm Potomitan, n'a pas prendre à souhait pour nous connaître qui travaille au fait pendant un an ça qui s'est passé là. M'fait nous chita, m'a parlé en pile, m'a montré nous monde, n'a dit nous ça qui a passé. Quand nous faire un petit travail tout. Clavier, nous pouvons passer nos petits jouets. Tout le monde, mettez nos poches dans notre chat là. To your keyboard, people, to your keyboard, because we're going to play a little game. Question pour nous. Most read interview. Qui entrevue était plus li, le t'as regardé? Fais vite, répondre. M'attends réponse nous. Moi, vous nous dit ready. Oh, Maris commence à répondre. Qui moun encore? Joanne. OK. Qui moun qui Dr. Vivens, dans le cas de Dr. Vivens. Qui l'autre moun encore qui a réponse pour moi? Oh, Edwin a dit Karim. Continuez parce que nous pas nous réponse à la fin so. Qui moun nous penser? Parce que là nous c'est 16 femmes qui paraît. Bon, quand continue à réponse, continue avec réponse. Mais qu'on y a faut nous tendre de une femme yo que honorer. Nous pas passer quoi pour nous continuer à une femme Potomitan. Alors, pas battre trop parole sur lui pour me dire non, parce que lui-même, il a osé pour dire non. Pour passer quoi non à Madame Naïka Charles d'Haïti, qui pourrait parler nous de lui-même. Bonsoir, Naïka.
Bonsoir, Mika, et merci en pile. Good evening, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here. So, ma parle ni en créole, ni en anglais, même genre avec Mika. Happy anniversary, Fanm Potomitan. Nous sommes paquet de bonnes femmes extraordinaires. Et m'a tout profité pour faire un shout out à toutes l'autre femmes Potomitan pareil moi yo qui là, toutes mesdames y a honoré à soya. Et me connais que gen un pile l'autre femmes Potomitan qui là avec nous. Et tout monsieur qui là tout, merci d'être que wap coré Fanm Potomitan yo. Et puis bon, moi-même m'a dit nous que c'est un grand honneur pour moi-même avec projet Sainte-Anne surtout pour me là à Soya. Je crois que c'était février ou bien mars dernier que moi rencontré avec équipe Fanm Potomitan. Moi pas t'attendre moi à ça du tout et moi féliciter nous d'être que nous kembe jam parce que plateforme ça important pour société nous pour tout haïtien. Mais avant de parler de qui est-ce moi qui est-ce que projet Sainte-Anne et tout, m'a demandé un petit silence, quelques secondes pour Haïti. Pour Haïti, parce que n'a traversé un chemin qui est très difficile. Moi-même, personnellement, avec Sainte-Anne, moi, c'est une cofondatrice ou ambassadrice projet Sainte-Anne depuis 2008. Nous sommes passé un moment là, avec tremblement de terre là, qui vraiment renouvelait foi nous malgré difficultés pour le pays d'Haïti. Parce que c'est non seulement par le gain une crise pour nous supporter le pays nous, mais le gain crise là, faut que nous former une solidarité. Valeur moins, moun que mieux a, c'est ça yo te apprendre moins. Éducation que moi te recevoir. Formation maman avec toute femme Potomitan, avec tout environnement te ban moins que moi mette en pratique jodi a que projet Sainte-Anne a pas prendre maîtriser pour mettre en pratique jodi a. Mission nous le projet Sainte-Anne c'est éducation avec développement communautaire. It is important that we take this route for the children and for a better Haiti, because we believe in a better Haiti. Who is Project Sainte-Anne? Project Sainte-Anne debuted in 2008 with a simple mission of feeding the needy, the vulnerable, the most vulnerable, with the basic needs: clean water, food. But we're sending 250 kids to school. We started with 8 in 2011. We haven't skipped a beat since 2008 with Project Sainte-Anne. Every year, despite the powerful odds, we go back to the country year after year for the Feast of Sainte-Anne, which debuted in 2008, so it happens every July. We feed thousands of people. We go for back to school. We do what you call a community gathering for the children in December. But again, we have to bring it back to education. We have to do our best to maintain and grow our education system, especially today, considering the many challenges that the country has been going through. So why is it important that as a woman today, honored amongst all of you guys is important, is to lead by example. I was led by example. And I want to continue to lead by example. Project Sainte-Anne is leading by example. There are other organizations and other women here tonight being honored that are leading by example. Our young women, the youth, they need role models. That's what makes me a Fanm Potomitan. They make me a Fanm Potomitan. My tribe, my network, Dr. Bewat, Marie Fouché, I'm just naming Marie Flore, Dr. Latortu, a few women I see here tonight. Priscilla Rivière, Richet. You make me a Fanm Potomitan. We make each other a Fanm Potomitan. Project Sainte-Anne is devoted and committed to change, to transform lives. And how we're doing that is by staying consistent and making the extra effort, no matter what, to continue the mission. We have a country to love. And I have to add, by asking for help continuously doesn't mean that that's where it stops. The vision is bigger than charity. It goes beyond asking consistently for the basic needs to be met. And today, I have to say, without the engine, the team, the ambassadors, we're all over the place at Project Sainte-Anne. Thank you for volunteering your time. We are all 100% volunteering our time. There's no administration costs. Maybe one day. But it's out of the greatness of our heart and the determination, whether it's from Haiti to Miami, to Orlando, to California, to Charlotte, to Canada, the team to New York, where I am today. 13 years strong, a trusted organization. Thank you to all of you for believing in what we do for Haiti. And we encourage you, all of you, to advocate for a better Haiti. Speak positively about Haiti. Engage socially when it comes to Haiti. The work that we do is social engagement, it's community development, it's community gathering. If there were so many more of us all over the world, we're a global country. We can do extraordinary things. And as I love to say at PSA, which is Project Sainte-Anne, we are ordinary people making extraordinary change. And it's because we see it, we feel it, and we hear it from the people in Camperin, which is the community where we've been working since 2008. And we had the great pleasure of actually planting a seed in Asavo in December of 2019, because ultimately, we would love to see this grow, decentralize it in the country where education, training, development, economic growth, true leadership can live amongst all of us. So Fanm Potomitan, thank you for giving me and Project Sainte-Anne, for giving us the voice for the voiceless. And again, I encourage you to lead by example. And it starts with us as Haitian people. We can welcome co-leaders, other NPOs, and collaborate. We can do many great things together, and we know that. Without further ado, I just want to say, lastly, thank you to all my mentors, to all the people that actually helps me become a better person and to never give up. To be able to receive that is a gift. Happy anniversary. Bonne fête, Fanm Potomitan. Merci en pile. Bon week-end. Bonne soirée.
Merci en pile, Naika. Mes amis, ça c'est so inspirational. And leading by example, that's what we need. And we need to continue to learn that. Everything that's happening, these words are so encouraging. Go moun nou patande, kek te mek te kon fè nou ri en pile. Haitian V.
Hey, I was like, what? What's going on? How are you, ladies? Congratulations, happy anniversary on a year of upliftment and pushing forward the culture for not only just Haitians but the diaspora. I'm a product of Haitian woman, a very strong Haitian woman. I'm getting my mom involved in cryptocurrency. So now she's calling me like every other day because, if something goes up 10 cents, that's a big deal in my mother's mind. So if she invested $150 and it's up to, like $200 now, she's like, oh, côté pour mettre plus. Et puis, faut venir dans l'église pour expliquer tout le monde qui j'aime. I'm like, no, ma, I'm not doing none of that. I grew up with my mother. I grew up in a very quiet suburb called Flatbush, Brooklyn. But, we have our things, so it's getting cold in New York. So make sure you put your scarf, so they can't not, grab you, and just more love to the ladies. Haitians, we have our different o'os. There's different o'os in the Haitian language. You can't just, o'o anybody. There's different o'os in the Haitian language. There's different everything. There's different voice. There's the jealous voice. There's but there's different o'os. There's a shocked o'o, like qui l'arrive là. There's a shocked o'o. There's a worried o'o. The worried o'o is the rent is due. Mboko gen l'argent. Samuel fait o'o. That's a worried o'o. There is a zin o'o. There's a gossip o'o. The gossip o'o goes, and the worse the news is, the lower they get in the delivery. They're like, you don't hear Mary's son is selling crack to children. That's the Zen o'o. There's a happy o'o, like a joyous o'o. Fanm Potomitan celebrate 1 year anniversary. That's a happy o'o. And there's a jealous o'o. Before I get out of here, the jealous o'o goes, say I won the lotto, and I tell Marie, I won the lotto, and she'll talk to me. She'll pretend like she's happy for me. She'll say, hey, so you win the lotto, so you take care of your mother, your father, you buy a house, a car, and then you fix your credit, and then that's right? And then after that, she waits for me to leave, and then she talk behind my back. If Vladimir win the lotto, he think he better than me. But that's all the o'os I got for tonight. Ladies, I hope you continue in your prosperous ventures in upliftment in the Haitians. You soiled the agenda. Before it used to be the black man, but now it's the black woman, because you can kill six black men, but one black woman can produce 16 more black men. So
nous toujours dans saisissement. Faut nous prendre tes revenus. Thank you. And now, without further ado, m'pa perdre du temps. nous allons passer pour nous montrer, pour nous connaître l'autre femme Potomitan qui est honorée. Bonsoir, Dr. Nicolas.
Honneur.
Respect.
Thank you so much, Mika. So good to see you. Mika, so good. It's My name is Marie non Pam, c'est Marie Gerda Nicolas qui te fait Tigouave. C'est petite Marie Agathe Nicolas. C'est petite Charmante Rainville. C'est petite Sylvania Rainville. Tout le monde qui sorti Grand Gouave Tigouave. And I say that because it is the legacy of these women that allowed for me to be here today. And many of us who are here tonight stands on the shoulders of many Fanm Potomitan. And so it is truly is an honor for me to be here as a representative of all of these women. And I give honor to all of these women who've come before me. So I want to say special, I can't imagine being any other place than to be here with all of you tonight to say a special congratulations and a special thank you to Fanm Potomitan for including me as an honoree in this amazing list of people that we truly have. And it's an honor for me to be in the midst of all of these other Fanm Potomitan tonight. It is an honor for me to be a part of the Fanm Potomitan family in the work that is being done as a part of this. Let me just take this opportunity to say why I think this Fanm Potomitan is important, because it is, as I said to our founders of this organization, this is truly is a movement. The word is not one that we should take lightly, this word Fanm Potomitan, because it is a symbol. It is a symbol of the legacy of the Haitian women that have come before us. It is a legacy of the work that we're doing now, but more importantly, it is the legacy of the work to come. It is about ensuring that our children and our grandchildren are able to go on YouTube or whatever is the next thing in about 30 or 40 years and to get a chance to see a Dr. Vivens and get a chance to see a Naika who was here, who really absolutely did the amazing work that all of them have managed to do during their time here. The focus on Haitian women, the word Haitian women, the word woman is a significant one for every single one of us who are here and for everyone who's a part of this movement, because it means that we recognize the power. I know di bagay sa anko we, I know di we, I know la gel we, nou tout la konnen pouvoir que femme genyen, pas seulement la kay nou, mais nous konnen pouvoir que femme genyen nan communion. Nous konnen pouvoir femme ka genyen pour nous développer pays nous. It is that time. The role of women is being recognized globally as it is our time. This is the time for women and girls throughout the globe to come together in a significant collective way for larger impact. And I say often, and I think as you hear the global leaders of the world talking about the role of women, and it is clear that if we want a thriving society and if we want a thriving country, if we want a thriving community, les arrivés, on nous mette femmes yo sous place, on nous mette femmes yo in a rightful position, us, right, to be able On nous dit encore, non, Rival, on nous dit encore, les arrivés. It is time. It is that time for us to come together as a collective and recognize the powerful role that we can play, not just as a singular, but as a collective. I believe very strongly that the future, and I say often the future is female. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, because the future is female. And it is that time for us to, again, to come together as a collective. It is not a single, but it is the collective. Let me just say what I mean by that. When Fanm Potomitan said they would honor me as an honoree, and I had an opportunity to meet with the founders and understood the movement they were creating, I said, let me go get you 2 other Fanm Potomitan. OK? Parce que si c'est seulement moi-même moi honorer, ça veut dire que nous perdu bataille là déjà. That means we have a role to play in working together to go get all the other Fanm Potomitan et pour nous mettre ensemble. Moi, je dis, moi, il y a une pour qui relève Dr. Solange Vivens. Bon, d'où femme qui a fait, ça, qui a montré nous que qu'on livre qui dit Girls Can Move Mountains, she demonstrates that in every single aspect of it. And I have to tell you, I am here tonight in her house because we're having a Fanm Potomitan wash party in the celebration of this 1-year anniversary. In addition to that, but I also said, man, you've got to honor the very first Black woman who is a Haitian woman who served as president of a university in the United States of America. And that is Dr. Carol Bewart Joseph, who is here tonight. And I say these things to only say, if we are serious about this work, we need to rassembler, al chercher, tout l'autre Fanm Potomitan yo. Mettez yo ensemble. Sou konnen yo, al chercher yo, al mette yo nan même espace kote nou ye ya. Because if the space is only occupied by those of us who are honored tonight, and we don't see the amazing role that we have to play to actually go and get all the others and bring them together, then we would have lost the battle. And so I am incredibly honored to be a part of a movement and to be a part of a network of dynamic and amazing Fanm Potomitan who recognize that our time has come, who recognize that we have a role to play, who recognize that we will not do it alone, but we will do it together. So I thank you so much for this time. And I am toasting Fanm Potomitan. I swear, I say happy anniversary, first anniversary. It is just the beginning. En allez, mesdames, en allez, en avant, en allez.
Travail colossal que vous avez fait en Haïti. Je vous remercie surtout et mettre bien bas, chapeau bas pour tout le travail que vous faites. Merci pour présence ou honorer notre présence et le travail que vous faites. Merci en pile, Dr. Nicolas.
Merci en pile, Mika.
Bon, ouais, c'est avec un pile plaisir, avec un pile joie, avec un pile honneur, un pile content que nous avons avec nous à soir. Nul autre que Bello. Mais il dit, pour travail qu'a fait là, faut venir là. Faut venir pour honorer. Alors, sans plus tarder, m'a présenté nous Bello.
Bonjour tout le monde, comment nous y est, c'est Bello Haïti, nous voyons qui est-ce qu'il a. Je dis, c'est un jour spécial, oui. Moi, je viens mettre voix, avec voix par nous d'ailleurs, pour me souhaiter un bon premier année, bon anniversaire à Fanm Potomitan. Fanm Potomitan, nous connaissons ça déjà. Femme, c'est ça qui est là. C'est Potomitan, c'est le plus important. C'est lui même si tout l'autre poteau est tombé, qui est toujours là. Je veux dire, ça fait 1 an déjà que nous là, et je suis content pour me mettre voix avec voix toute fanatique moi yo pour me dire une bonne fête mesdames. Je vais dédier musique ça spécialement pour nous.
Un jour a passé, l'âge a monté, ou toujours là, toujours kembe. On dit en bas j'en bouquet, maman, malgré toute misère on passé ou kembe. Oh, d'où un jour qui est sous des pieds. Des petits moun ap crié dans pied yon sous dos. Faut aller chercher la vie. Oui, ou aller risquer la vie. À chaque fois l'aime gade moi senti forme da partager douleur. Ou gen courage ou pas parler tout moun ka wè sa misère faire. Oh, ou gen courage, en pile, ou passer trail, en pile, ou qualité, oh, 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 en pile, mais ou gen fierté. Devant jour et ton sous des pieds, des petits moun ap crié dans pieds, yon sous d'eau, faut aller chercher la vie, oui, ou aller risquer la vie, sous dos camion. Na quoi pour ça? Na factory. Ache. Non, 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 femme créole. Femme créole. Moi, rete chapeau doux en femme créole. Femme créole. Bon, j'ai dit un mot pour toute femme créole. Femme créole. Tu as eu bobo pour toute femme créole. Fanm Potomitan. Devant jour et temps sous des pierres. Femme créole. Des petits moun ap crié dans pierre. Femme créole. Ah, ou al chercher la vie. Ou al risquer la vie. Sous deux camions. Dans quoi vous ça? La factory, femme créole, femme créole, chante avec nous mesdames. Où était chapeau devant femme créole, femme créole, tia y bobo toute femme créole, ah, femme créole, ah, femme créole, moi voyais un bobo toute femme créole. Moi, mais non, mesdames.
Que Bello, il est juste en Europe. Côté lié à 3 heures du matin, son père de famille, il est monde. Mais ça qui est important, c'est que aussitôt que il était contacté, sans hésiter, il dit c'est pour femme la garder, il dit ça qu'a fait travail la qu'a fait là, il dit la plat. Seul problème il gagne, c'est l'heure là. Mais il dit la fait tout moyen possible pour qu'à participer dans façon pas. Pour ça me dit Bello au nom de Fanm Potomitan, fondatrice Fanm Potomitan. Merci. Là, nous étions des quatre déjà qui parlaient. Qu'on a nous parle passer à deuxième fondatrice. Deuxième fondatrice Fanm Potomitan, c'est nul autre que lundi Augustin. You're going to share with us your journey and how you embarked on this wonderful journey with your sisters.
Thank you, Mika.
You're welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nyala Augustine. I go by Lundy. I am honored to be here with you all today. When Bijou brought the idea to me, I had 1,000,001 questions. Most important was, do I have to be in front of people? Do I have to speak to people? Do I have to give any speeches? Clearly, here I am. So I was lied to. I'm just kidding. But overall, I think since we've been little, Bijou always had her ideas. As the little sister, I've always been part of their ideas. And what I have to say is, even though I have a fear of public speaking, when she brought the idea to me, I felt that my fear of public speaking, was nothing compared to everything that you all were doing. So I was happy and honored to be part of the Fanm Potomitan crew. So I just want to take the time to say thank you for all that you are doing and you are continuing to do. To say that I'm inspired is an understatement. It's been such an honor to get to know every single one of you, hear your stories, and you trusting us to share your stories with the world has just been an amazing experience. You all have pushed me to work harder. Even when I've heard some of your stories, when you have your challenges and how you push through, you find a reason to keep going. You for the love that you have, the passion that you have for what you do, it keeps you going. And when I hear your stories, it lights a fire under me because I want to keep pushing for you as well. So I want to take this time to say to all of Fanm Potomitans, thank you for trusting us with your stories, your passion. Thank you all for being here today. And most of all, we would not be here without our supporters, right? Thank you all for supporting us, continuing to support us. We say we have a lot more coming for you guys, so continue to follow with Branche. We are coming with a lot more women for you, and we say go ahead and take the time to follow us and make sure you join our list, submit so you get those articles, you get what's coming up. And thank you all for just taking your Friday night to be here with us. And thank you.
Thank you so much for what you shared. And I have a list of questions for you. So, sit tight. I just want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for embarking in this journey. And you said you hesitated. I know Bij is does so many things, and always she's always sharing them with you. Why this one in particular, knowing that it could potentially make you speak in public? Why did you not hesitate with this one?
You know, I did not hesitate because I understood the need. I know a lot of women that are putting themselves out there every day and not being recognized, not getting that thank you. And sometimes that's all you need to just get that motivation to keep going. And I knew it was something that was needed. And because of that, I felt my fear was nothing. These women are putting their lives out there, some of them using their own finances. Some of them, it's not like they're rich, they got it, but because they are passionate, they love it. They are going out there and putting themselves out there. And I felt that my little fear of public speaking was nothing compared to that. So I felt that they deserve that platform. So that is why I did not hesitate. I did not have any reservations. I said, let's go.
And we are glad you accepted the challenge. And I will spare you the rest of the questions. Mbap diyo encore. Nav kito proti souf. Merci pour travail. Merci pour tout ça qu'on fait. Parce que moun te wè docteur ge da tab bon ti du vin là. Ti moun ki tab bon encore. Déposez ti du vin yo. Vous allez passer à vos claviers. To your keyboard, everyone, because we have another question for you. You all ready? Est-ce que nous parlez? Yes. Oh, on commence à moun ki parle. My question to you, you're going to answer in the chat. Who's in charge? Which one of the three is in charge of their social media? Qui moun ki manage social media? Moun ki écrit parler chaud. Oh, Bijou, lundi, Bijou, yo tout, Bijou. Ah! Nous suivons à faire nous. On va tourner sur ça, nous va ba nous réponse ça. Les moun ka répondre toujours. OK. Oh! And indeed, yo chaque gérer site là, yo tout fait affaire par yo, tous les trois gérer social media. So it's a team effort. Let me know son sisterhood. C'est un sisterhood sans équivoque. Merci tout le monde pour réponse nous yo, merci pour participation nous. Bon, on va continuer parce que faut nous ouais, Fanm Potomitan qui honoré, chaque monde te parlé. Nous, ouais, m'espérer jusqu'à date, nous, que chaque différent. Mais le but, c'est chaque un travail phénoménal. You're doing such wonderful, fantastic job in the Haitian community and in the community that they are part of. Nous allons continuer avec une Fanm Potomitan qui est honorée. Nous allons passer la parole très bientôt. Et Fanm Potomitan, ça, c'est un plaisir pour me décaler l'histoire toute l'autre Fanm Potomitan. Non parle, c'est Maryse Nelson. Bonsoir, Maryse.
Bonsoir.
How are you?
Bonsoir, la famille. I am well. Thank you very much. What a night. I want to say thank you to Fanm Potomitan. All the ladies, the sisterhood is alive and strong, and I am so honored to be part of this wonderful, wonderful group of women. My name is Maryse Nelson, and I work with women, and I love working with women. We have a nonprofit organization called Samarita Global Outreach, and we have several programs under that umbrella. But I got to tell you, the one I'm most proud of is Fanm Kaju, because Fanm Kaju is actually a child of the ashes. The ashes, you know, where we go when things go wrong, when we go through challenges and we think we're about to die, and we end up in the ashes. And then we decide we're not going to die because we had somebody in our lives, like my grandmother. Her name is Victoire Aurelius Clermont. And that lady is who raised me when my mom left me in Haiti to come here to the United States. And that woman could neither write nor read. And that woman used to sell, if you guys know where Kwabosal is, that's where she used to sell. And that woman, because she didn't have any education when she went to school, because her brothers were going to school, they came and grabbed her avec coup de bâton pour retourner la caille pour aller faire travail pour take si monsieur. But she understood the importance of education, and that woman would not let me sleep if I didn't know, you know, my lessons for the night. And that woman understood what it was like to be a Fanm Potomitan, because she was a Fanm Potomitan. And all my days, I have never met somebody who is stronger than my grandmother, who is smarter than my grandmother was. That woman could neither read or write, but you could not cheat her. That woman would sell and nobody could go home owing her money because she could count those pennies. And today I'm here, like so many other women are saying that they're here because of her, because of your ancestors, you know, whoever they may be. Today, Fanm Kaju is everywhere. Fanm Kaju is in Tiguave. Fanm Kaju is in Lagunave. Fanm Kaju is even in the Dominican Republic, where we empower women, we educate them, we rescue them when possible, we motivate them, we let them know que ate a pa pou yo, ate a pa pou ou. Oui ou ka tombe mon son Fanm Kaju. All of you are Haitians, you know the proverbs. Femme se kajou, li pa mal pour le restaurer. Femme se kajou, plus li vieux, plus li bon. So c'est ça que nous encourager femmes qui passent dans la misère, encourager femmes que la vie dit ou pas vivre rien, encourager femmes que l'autre femme pareil a fait passer misère, c'est ça que nous disons que yoye, et nous disons ate a pas pour yo. Et nous disons, in the ashes where they find themselves often, where there are broken pieces of their lives and their dreams and so forth, are also pieces of diamonds, great opportunities. And if they, si yo gère poussière ça, si yo gère ashes là, pour yo wè ki sak la donne, it's amazing where they could go with those opportunities. And today, if we're celebrating the first year anniversary of Fanm Potomitan, it tells me something amazing. It tells me that Fanm Potomitan is actually a child out of the ashes of COVID. So while we are going through this darkest period that most of us have ever known, these young women were thinking about something great to come out of it. And here we are tonight. And so that's what I'm encouraging whoever's listening to me today. Whatever it is you're going through that seems to be like it's the worst thing imaginable, gérer bagay sa. Entrer là-dedans pour qui opportunité qu'on ka joindre là-dedans qui peut non seulement servir ou même, mais il peut servir petit tout et li pral servi moun ki nan communauté ou. So I didn't have a choice but to be a femme cajou and a femme potomitan. I never really thought of myself as a femme potomitan until you guys told me I was. And once you told me, my head got even bigger than it was before, because now I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a choice, because we called her Mami Kwa. Mami Kwa didn't give me a choice but to be a femme potomitan. She told me, hey, in life, you're going to come across some things, some people are going to do things to you that you're going to wonder, what is this world I'm living in? But what Marie sent you, et wap kampe comme femme, et wap teke petit tout, et wap teke communauté ou. And let me tell you, the reason that I love doing community work is because I have a grateful heart. I feel like I should pay rent for being here. I live in this beautiful creation that God made, in this magical place where I'm still amazed that I put something in the ground and it has a nerve, it comes out. Like, I understand the whole principle of sun and light and whatever, but it comes out and it becomes food and I eat it and it gives me more life. And everything God gives me to use are things that are living to give me more life. So I feel like, to come here, and I come with the goods, and you all have the goods. God gave you the goods. What a shame it would be to go back into the earth with never having taken that potential and made it dynamic and blessed people with it. So I want to thank you today for this wonderful opportunity, Fanm Potomitan. Thank you for existing. And thank you for pulling me and putting me into this great assembly of winners. I feel like a winner tonight. And I feel like a winner every day since I've met you guys, because there's something that we don't get very often in life. We don't get people to say, hey, this is good, unless we're dead, like you all are saying. And then we can't hear it, or so I'm told, but this is wonderful to have somebody tell you, hey, I see you. I see what you're doing. And let me tell you one last thing before I go. Most of us who are sitting here, most of us who are involved in nonprofits, most of us who are doing, these great things, it's because we've been through the terrible experiences of life. All of those ministries, all of those beautiful things that we're doing, or let me say most of them, are actually children of the ashes, just like Potomitan. And I thank you for this opportunity. Thank you guys so much, and I wish you the very best. I can't wait to see what you guys do next year. My name is Marie Nelson. It was a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, because you all from Potomitan, the honorees, c'est vini nou vini pou nou li met diferent de, tout moun pou nou di nou, dégagez nous, nous chaque gen potentiel nan nou. And I hope everybody is listening. There's a message been passed on. You got the potential to be a Fanm Potomitan. Just by being here, you are a Fanm Potomitan. Thank you all. And I am glad, tout Fanm Potomitan ki honore, all you have done is reiterate que chaque nan nou ki la, gon Fanm Potomitan. Et même garçon qui la avec nous, merci pour présence nous, parce que n'a ba Fanm Potomitan qui entoure nous en pile jarret. Nous va jouer une vidéo pour nous.
You need to be surrounded with people that you know that have that mindset that you can learn from.
There are little girls out there who will see this and know that there's more that they can do to uplift their community.
Read. You have to read how to execute, how to build a team.
What I've discovered about people is that if you show some interest in them, they will organize themselves and they will make things happen.
You give a lot of grace to your friends because you realize that your friends are just people. Give that same grace to yourself.
Serve. So be servants in everything that you do, and the doors will always open up for you.
I do what I can. I do the most I can, but I think if tomorrow I can't do it, I wish someone else would keep going.
I'm full of life, full of energy, and that's what keeps me going.
And so if you're still on the journey to figuring out what your purpose is, one of the things I would encourage you to do is take an inventory of your life experiences.
M'dap di pa hésiter, mande si ou pas frapper porte, porte pas ouvert pour.
Quand nous vivons dans le présent, nous pas capable chita dans ça qui gagne, et ça qui fait, on vit dans le moment ça pour nous avancer.
We want the images of on the Google app, on the Google stuff to go away. We want people to Google Haiti and see very different images of who we are as a nation.
Donc, à nous bénir plutôt, à nous supporter une l'autre, à nous encourager une l'autre, à nous essayer là le plus que possible pour une l'autre.
Not alone. You know, whatever situation you might be going through, you're never alone. You never give up. The success is around the corner.
Merci en pile. M'espérer nous te prendre t'entendre Eli. Ça que te dit parce que chaque mesdames ça yo, chaque femme ça yo gen une histoire inspirante. Nous allons passer tout de suite la parole à une autre femme Potomitan. Nous allons passer la Karine Ulysse. Bonsoir Karine.
Bonsoir and bonsoir tout le monde. Thank you for showing up. You guys can hear me. Thank you for showing up. Malgré ça nous tendez de pays, malgré ça nous connaît de pays, nous vini nous là. Moi relé Gériane Karine Ulysse. Moi c'est petite Karine Ulysse avec Josué Ulysse. Et maman t'es madame Sarah et moi dans 3 générations maman papa t'es gain 10 timoun, papa mouri, le papa t'es gain 22 ans pour aller chercher travail. Faut te monter sur un bus parce que pas de capé $10 pour monter en dans bus là one way. So c'est sous tête bus là pour la battre ni poussière ni soleil n'importe ça lié pour faire one way $5, l'autre way à $5 pour arriver travail pour supporter 12 moun seul frère ma tante cousin à l'âge de 22 ans. On commencer là pour nous dire nous que dans 3 générations on a dit nous que moi pouvoir compassion, moi pouvoir éducation et moi pouvoir dévouement en monde qui a gagné à développement tête et communauté le côté de menel. In 3 short generations I can tell you that I am the definition of started from the bottom and now we're here. And gain l'autre côté pour nous arriver toujours. What I do say, m'gen Centre Hospitalier de Fontaine Foundation. It is a 4-year-old foundation that supports l'hôpital que papa m'était bâti en 1991 en dans Cité Soleil. À l'époque, il était un jeune garçon de 31 ans qui voit que pas bien aucun autre hôpital dans zone là pour mon Cité Soleil. Et voit que s'il pas commencer son bagage que mon t'a continuer vivre dans conditions subhuman conditions. En 2000, we're going to fast forward 26 years. En 2008, m'a visité grand même l'hôpital là Cité Soleil et puis quelques semaines plus tard, j'ai des nouvelles. C'est dans le premier pays loc que nous avons gagné, que grand-mère est mouru en transition de l'hôpital noir pour aller dans l'autre hôpital parce que l'hôpital noir était out of oxygen. So imaginez qui choc, qui honte, qui gagne pour une famille qui a dit que ou gagne à l'hôpital Cité Soleil, mais c'est là maman mouru parce que l'hôpital noir pas de oxygène. It hurt. It was embarrassing and it was unacceptable. À l'âge de 28 ans, 4 years ago, je réalisais que si moi-même, comme petit papa, je ne pas lever pied pour continuer les gars, si ça, l'hôpital, ça, a tout 30 ans de travail que le compte faire, était en 20. Et je ne pas quitter tout 30 ans, ça a passé en 20. So, je commençais Centre Hospitalier de Fontaine Foundation. Pour me dire, papa, que je n'ai pas honte de travail que le faire. 30 ans dans Cité Soleil, pas 30 jours dans Cité Soleil. Faut montrer moun yo que ça dit ou faire. Faut montrer moun yo que gen aspect humanitaire là nan ou parce que moun Cité Soleil nous tété de sauvage. Gade gens n'a parlé de pays à konya de petit gang ça yo, c'est papa qui montre pas relé au vagabond. C'est jeune petit garçon pas bon moun nan vie que j'aime dire remè yo. C'est jeune petit garçon pas bon moun qui j'aime prendre temps mettre à l'école pas relé au vagabond. Relé au des âmes perdues. Qui ça ou même ou ka fait. So, Centre hospitalier de Fontaine, mission nous, c'est pour nous courir l'hôpital dans l'hôpital papa. L'hôpital parce que combien de fois papa m'a demandé aide devant nous, yo dit yo pas qu'à aider parce que c'est une cité soleil. Mais si c'était l'autre côté, yo t'a aider. Who else needs your work? Who else needs what we do more than moun qui souffre plus dans le pays? Majorité pays, c'est moun que nous-mêmes n'a servi dans l'hôpital là. C'est eux-mêmes qui théorisé, I'm so emotional. C'est eux-mêmes qui théorisé la oui, parce que nous, yon pas de faire pour eux, le monde a théorisé pour famille. Yo levé, grand yo dans misère, maman yo dans misère, yo dans misère, et yo que petit yo dans misère. And now we want them to care about the chaos they're creating when we did not care about them. So, m créer fondation ça pour moun sa yo. Pour moun ta ko grand-mère yo qui pas gen kob. Mais c'est un petit fondation qui dès le pays l'école maman $5 américains pour maman te fait première année dans London. So c'est pour moun sa yo m'gen centre hospitalier de Fontaine Foundation. Et le moun mandem, is it worth it? Absolutely worth it. M'pas commencer fondation pour me sauver le monde. M'pas commencer fondation pour me écraser système tête en la pays. Il y a des problèmes qui existaient avant. Nous toutes là, ces femmes éduquées, il y a des problèmes qui existé après nous mourir. Nous avons commencé fondation ça pour l'hôpital papa n'a pas péri. Et m'a demandé nous chaque là, no matter what happens in the country, songez pour qui ça. Nous avons commencé fondation. Nous avons un gros plan. I have dreams que nous supporter plus que l'hôpital papa n'a. Mais c'est là nous commencer. Faut qu'on là pour qu'à là. So là pour le moment, c'est Cité Soleil, élève la plus gros, so nous-mêmes, restez encouragés, so sorry. Restez encouragés, songez pour qui ça a commencé, songez pour qui ça nous pour continuer.
Ouais, que non seulement engagé dans sa affaire, son bail qu'on prend à cœur. Et chapeau bas ou même, parce que ou pas quitter rêve papa, ou pas quitter le pays. Sur plateforme Fanm Potomitan. Et à regarder, encourager, apprendre connaître ça faire tout. Si nous cap appuyer, supporter ou non, ça fait pas hésiter. Nous va passer à prochaine Fanm Potomitan qui était honorée. Ça sont une femme colossale, totale, capitale. Alors je vous présente nul autre que Dr Solange Vivens.
Je suis là.
Vous êtes là. Alors êtes-vous prête?
Je suis prêt.
OK, d'accord. Alors, je vous cède la parole.
Vers aux mains. Thank you, Fanm Potomitan, for gracing me with your presence and allowing me to participate in your first anniversary celebration of women. From reading my book, Girls Can Move Mountains, and the beautiful write-up that you guys did of me on your social media platform, your audience is familiar with my life story. I will not bore you with all the details. However, so openly, I offered my story in the hope that it would assist the younger generation in finding their own way. Girls Can Move Mountains is a teaching story. It is a story that is meant to inspire. As you will see when you read the book, I put it all out there for you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Girls Can Move Mountains is my way of sharing my life with you. I wanted to help the young women to reframe their priorities, the young ones, to reframe their priorities and set themselves loose into a deeper, sweeter, stronger, and more powerful part of themselves. Very important, guys. Those of you who wish to someday be crowned as a Fanm Potomitan, I want you to get into an imaginary moment right now where you experience rightness, a moment where you can stand in front of yourself and feel proud, powerful, moved, grateful for every step that has made you and remade you into the woman that you are today. Allow me to describe for you what a Fanm Potomitan used to be. Just hear me out. Used to be. I am 75 years old right now. I'm one of your seniors in the group. And I'm going to take you back to the 1960s when I was transitioning from a very old girl. Now, you know, we were born a little girl, we became an old girl. So I was transitioning from a very old girl to a very young woman in a new world called America. A Fanm Potomitan back then in the 60s was a woman who prioritized her husband and her family. Prioritized her husband and her family. It was a woman who worked very hard, who shopped and cooked and cleaned and made everyone's lives run smoothly. That was her job. A woman who self-sacrificed, who ignored her own needs and her own happiness. And because of her culture, she was restricted from even experiencing pleasure to the fullest. In those days, guys, the woman's role was to serve. This woman was my mother. This woman that I'm talking about was your mother. And this woman was your grandmother, depending on your age. Then I suddenly find myself alone in a foreign land where food no longer walked to the table. Remember when we were kids, the food had legs. The food just walked to the table. You see, in America, I no longer had my Fanm Potomitan servant. I had to shop for food and I had to cook the food myself if I wanted to have a meal. My servant was no longer there. My mom, my Fanm Potomitan, was no longer there. It was then that I realized I had to create a new definition for a Fanm Potomitan. The definition of our ancestors for Fanm Potomitan no longer described the person I became, the new me. You see, every one of us came into this world the same way. But not all of us are born into the same world. I want you to hear me. I'm going to say it again. Every one of us comes into the world the same way. But not all of us are born into the same world. We are all born naked. We are all born from a woman and are fully dependent as a baby on others for our survival. Michelle Obama called her memoir Becoming. And yes, we all become who we are. Girls Can Move Mountains described the struggles and revealed all the silent pain along the way to becoming a Fanm Potomitan. Our life is a theater. Don't you ever forget that. Our life is a theater, and we are the actresses. We play the roles. We play a very important role in defining who we are. We define who we are. So you see, to become a contemporary Fanm Potomitan, you need to love who you are at every step of the way. Always remember in the 60s, totally different now. You have to first learn to love you before you can love others. So you need to focus on your goals and never allow anyone nor anything to deter you from your goals. Yes, I'm a contemporary Fanm Potomitan. And the most important one is never to allow anyone to spoil your joy. Remember, the Potomitan women in the 60s could not even express their happiness. And now I'm telling you, don't you ever allow anyone nor anything to spoil your joy. As a modern Fanm Potomitan, you write the script and you act the role. Take charge, ladies. Take charge of sitting people in your theater. It's your theater. It's your life. You decide where you want people to sit in your theater. You don't allow people to just walk into your life. Your life is your theater. You see, in my family, my theater story is the biggest joke. You will hear someone say, don't get on her bad side because she will move you to the nosebleed section of her theater. I have a niece who asked me the other day, so where am I in your theater? Where am I sitting? Where's my seat? Because something happened between us and she felt that, oh my God, I have been moved. It's your life, your theater, and you are the Fanm Potomitan. So in closing, I am leaving you with an assignment. Are you ready? This is my assignment for you women. Starting tonight, I want you to start writing your memoir. Did you hear what I said? Start writing your memoir. Now, I don't mean literally getting pen and paper, because if you do, it is not a memoir. A memoir is written in retrospect. You don't write your memoir prospectively. So a memoir is written in retrospect. You have to live it to write about it. I mean, live your life the way one day you will write about it, knowing that you have lived it the way you desired yourself to live it, not the way anyone dictates how you live your life. At the end of the day, make sure that you live life to the best that you can at all times. It is important that you enjoy you. That makes you a Potomitan as well. And always dare to be the best that you can. It is so important that every day you look in the mirror and you say, yes, I am the woman that I always wanted to be. And my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren will love my story. Thank you for having me. I appreciate all of you ladies and all the attention that you give to me at my age. You all become my good friends. Fanm Potomitan, thank you very much. And let's drink to that.
Speechless. This is what she just did, people. Mic drop. Dr. Vivens, you took me to church, you took me to school, and then you gave me dessert on top of that. And I didn't think I would be coming here hosting something and I'm taking notes. I mean, look, I'm taking notes, people. I'm taking notes. She dropped some gems. Mka chita tan de wap pale, puis ou ka pale pendant des heures, m'a koute sa wap di ya, parce que tellement wap di bagay que chaque fois di un mot, ça pique. Li pique m tout côté comme si pour qui dit OK. Et me souhaiter c'est comme ça nous tout te senti nous pour belle parole ça Dr. Vivens di ya. Ouais, m tellement parler me dire félicitations. You and all these women featured. You are continuing to redefine what is a Fanm Potomitan. Nous pouvons continuer parce que quand y a nous te the most senior, she said, mba wè kote senior sa sorti, mba comprendre kote la sorti. To our Fanm Potomitan in the making. Brace yourself, Timon. We have a Fanm Potomitan in the making. And she's a polyglotte, li parle plusieurs langues. Et pour occasion Fanm Potomitan ça, au premier anniversaire qu'on a célébré de Fanm Potomitan, il écrit un poème. Et non pas, c'est serait Abélard.
Filled with joy, they help in our communities, always ready for anything that might come their way. Never too tired to lend a helping hand. Mighty mothers in our communities, powerful and always prepared. Open-hearted, open-minded, and open-handed. Teaming up with others, or sometimes standing tall and alone. Making and turning the impossible into the possible. I want and dream of becoming a Fanm Potomitan. Always stay courageous, you're never alone. Thank you to all the Fanm Potomitans. Thank you.
Yay, Saray.
I am speechless. I am speechless at your talent, the things that you can do. So from what I understand, you speak several languages. Can you tell me, I know a few you speak. Can you tell me how many languages that you speak?
I speak 6 different languages.
Comment faire apprendre toute langue ça yo petit? Qui moun ki montre parler toute langue ça yo?
So the 3 first languages, English, French, Creole, I learned at home. And then sign language, I went on YouTube. And then moi prends classe pour espagnol et chinois.
Oh, ça fait toute classe ça en même temps ou pas apprendre sign language. Est-ce que tu as trouvé ça difficile pour apprendre en même temps toutes ces langues?
Non, pas vraiment. Parce que des fois, je prends du temps pour apprendre chaque langage.
Mais parfois, tu arrives, est-ce que tu te sens, lequel que tu te sens plus confortable à parler?
Mes 3 premières langues, français, anglais et créole.
Ah, bon. En tout cas, merci en pile. Parce que moi, sorti Fanm Potomitan ka vidi, et je continue à travailler pour ça. May I mention also she is an author. Li écrit livre, et puis en même temps, li pas seulement fait peut-être li, she gives back. She reads books to kids. If you go visit her YouTube channel, you will see where she's reading and interacting with her siblings. She loves that. She's a big sister, right?
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and continued success. Bravo, Seri. Et ça permet nous, pour nous ka côté ti Fanm Potomitan sa sorti, faut nous connaître qui moun qui te couvert, qui moun qui inspiré. Alors, nous pouvons passer la parole à dernier membre fondatrice et CEO de Fanm Potomitan, qui nul autre que Maman Seri. C'est Madame Bijou Augustin Abélard. Bij, parole pour.
Mbagen mo, mba ka pale, m'sentim deja. Mba ka pale. Oui, là. Wow. Okay. So I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. I do not like to talk. When we do the interviews, Kat, she handles that. I'm gonna try my best with what I have. It is an honor to be among some of the most brilliant, beautiful, phenomenal Haitian women of our time. Getting to know each of you, following your journeys, and being part of leaving your trails as your legacies have been an honor. My name is Bijou Augustin Abélard, for those who may not know me. Last month, as we were planning today's event, my 4-year-old came to me and asked, "Mommy, comment as-tu pensé à Fanm Potomitan?" She's multilingual, just like her sister, so I assumed she was not expressing herself correctly. Parfois, elle parlait français marron, so I was like, okay, maybe what she was trying to say is not how it's coming out. So I replied, "Celeste, you know how Mommy created the logo and you know which program she used?" She shook her head and said, "No, Mommy." I proceeded to ask her, was she referring to Lady Fanm Potomitan and the way she stands? Frustrated with my inability to provide her with the answer she wanted, she shook her head again, and this time she asked me the question again, but in English. She said, "No, Mommy, how did you come up with Fanm Potomitan? How did you think of Fanm Potomitan?" I'm used to this question, but it was the first time that a child asked it to me. I gave birth a little bit before the pandemic shut down. My family and we decided it would be best to stay home with the newborn, although the demand was high in my profession as a first responder. One night I woke up with the idea of Fanm Potomitan. I shared it with my husband. His response was okay. Okay did not suffice for me. I made a mental note. I needed to write down and finish the idea before I share it with anyone else. A couple of nights later, I approached my husband again. He listened and gave his approval. He proceeded with, "But you cannot do this alone." I replied, "Never alone. My sisters are with me." He then asked, "Do they know?" My sisters didn't know. We met, we planned, we strategized, and executed. Surrounded by Fanm Potomitan and the toll of the pandemic on so many, we wanted to acknowledge, give them the roses, make them feel appreciated, heard, loved, and most importantly, put the spotlight on them for once. We are a group of visionaries who saw fit to honor Haitian women while they are still alive. What I have learned thus far in this journey is that you don't need money to birth an idea. Some will support it, most won't. Write down your ideas and thoughts. Do your research, educate yourself in whatever that it may be. Don't feel that you have to reach outside of your circle for feedback, collaboration, and support. If you don't have that circle, create it. There is always room for valuable new friendship. As Dr. Solange would say, ALLOW. Allow and invite others to the table and see what they bring. Do not limit yourself. Dr. Gerda Nicola, during our interview, stated, "It takes a Fanm Potomitan to recognize another." We hope you agree that we have shared some of the best Fanm Potomitan that our communities currently has just begun, and we look forward to celebrating many more years with you all. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Merci du fait qu'on pas te lâché prise, du fait qu'on te toujours qu'embéron insisté, et me connaît parcours pas facile. Nous gon parti côté nous pas présenter des prix. Award presentation. Alors, si vous permettez de vous présenter, sans plus tarder, le docteur Marie-Yves Bert.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Okay, so I'll start. We're going to be presenting the awards. The first award is for the most read interview. And the nominees are Katerina Darius, Joanne Cherisma, and Gabrielle Aurel. And the award goes to Joanne Cherisma. Next, we have the award for the most watched video. The nominees are Karine Ulysse, Naïka Charles d'Haïti, and Joanne Cherisma. The award goes to Karine Ulysse. Our next award is for the most shared interview. The nominees are Harry Biambi, Gabrielle Aurel, and Dr. Solange Vivens. The award goes to Gabrielle Aurel. The following award is for the most engaging interview. The nominees are Dr. Solange Vivens, Cécile Auguste, and Dr. Gerda Nicolas. The award goes to Dr. Solange Vivens. Congratulations. Next, we have the award for the most active on our platform. The nominees are Joanne Cherisma, Duline Desmangles, and Annie Biambi. And the award goes to Duline Desmangles. Bravo! Last but not least, the award for the most visible Fanm Potomitan on the ground in Haiti. The nominees are Karine Ulysse, Dr. Gerda Nicolas, and Naïka Charles d'Haïti. The award goes to Naïka Charles d'Haïti. Bravo! Thank you to all the featured Fanm Potomitan. You all are winners. Merci en pile d'être que nous t'ai choisi pour nous te partager moment ça avec nous. Sans nous, soirée ça pas possible. Nous vraiment représenter des exemples pour toute génération qui a fini. Nous c'est des vrais Fanm Potomitan. Nous c'est boussole qui a continué à guider peuple noir à travers travail nous. Organisation Fanm Potomitan très fière de nous. Ensemble, on a avancé pour plus devant. Encore une fois, merci. Merci pour la participation. Nous, Bijou, you have the mic.
OK, et nous avons deux derniers awards qui sont nous connaissons sans founders, yo, par Fanm Potomitan, et award side présenté by Kat at Lundi, parce que I know sometimes it gets crazy. It gets crazy. We have our own lives. We have kids, or except Lundi, we have kids. We have husbands that we have to cater to, and still manage to take time and create time to do this because we love it. And I just wanted to let them know that I know sometimes I'm hard on them, but I know that they work hard, and there's no Fanm Potomitan without them. So
Kat and Lundi, I present you this award, not only that you deserve it, but you've worked for it. Thank you for all that you do.
Oh, awesome.
Let me say, I got fired and got rehired.
Yes.
I was on a 90-day probation.
Oh.
So you might wonder, the reason why she was fired is that she didn't come to meeting and she didn't let us know why she didn't show up to meetings. But yes, so just so you know, even if we had to bring anybody else on board, that they don't feel that, okay, because we are sisters, because we are friends, you can just do what you please. This is us we're putting out there. Whatever we put should be a representation of us. So you wouldn't go out there looking any kind of way, the same way. Whatever you're putting out should represent you.
I'll jump in real quick. So thank you, Bijou, of course, for trusting us with this whole project. Thank you for bringing me in. I know Kat feel the same way. We try to surprise you as well, but I don't think you made it. We've been messaging all day like, what happened? So something is coming. Just look out for it. But we just want to thank you for just being a Fanm Potomitan and working with us. I know you get frustrated sometimes, I wanna, but I appreciate the work. It's been amazing just working with you, working with all these ladies. And Kat, I don't know if you have anything to add, but thank you.
I I've cried. I've changed shirt. I ruined my white shirt with my mascara. So I said, what is the next thing I could probably throw on while I'm here? So anyway, as I said, I got fired. Right in the middle of open enrollment period last year, something happened. I lost my phone. It was just crazy, but I wasn't showing up. And I was very embarrassed to show because I know my sister. Bijou does not lack. I don't think there are 24 hours in Bijou's world. So when you are being led by example and you know better, you don't do better, I don't know how you cannot be embarrassed about yourself. So what did I do? I crawled. Then when I finally mounted the courage to show myself and said, how can I be a Fanm Potomitan if I am not brave enough to say, I messed up. I'm sorry. Let me prove to you the faith that you had in me that I can partake in this journey with you, that I can be up to par. So here I am today. And shameless plug, we are always looking for other Fanm Potomitan to join aboard. This is not a trio. It's just so happened we made it as a trio. But please reach out. The work is a lot, but en pile charge par lourd, spécialement pour femmes. This is for you all. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me interview you. Thank you for accepting my quirkiness, my tears, they're about to start. Just thank you. I appreciate you. Bijou, Lund, this is for you.
Our photographers, all the ladies we have featured besides Dr. Beatons, we have our personal photographers that shoots them for us. And sometimes they have to do it more than once until all parties are satisfied. Right, Annie?
Right.
Oui. So we do take pride in everything that we do. We didn't want to just feature you. We wanted you to feel special, even if it's just for a few hours. You get dressed, put a little lipstick on and get your pictures taken. We also have our sponsors that have been helping us out to be able to do the things that we do. There's another person I'm always throwing things at. She just always come through. I'm like, Mika, this is what we're doing. And she's like, I'm down. I'm doing it. And I cannot thank you enough for even, agreeing to do this. And I couldn't think of anyone else to do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to our parents, Merci en pile.
Thank you everyone for being here. I know you guys could have been anywhere doing anything tonight, but you chose to be here. It's so many of you. I wish I could go through the list. Mert, Leah, Millie, Islen Gayu, Joanne Klena, Linda Mays, Grace, Drata. Thank you so much. Nilva, Juliette, Tonton Wilson, Grandma, I see you. Emanuela, we got you. Cassandra, we got you, Cassandra. Edwina, thank you so much, Nico. Listen.
I wanted to say something to you, Bij. Thank you for your platform, parce que as of late, I've been hesitant to talk in public. Then if I'm parling back continue with I don't go on Clubhouse anymore. Then if I'm parling with keep it light. There's nothing about what we do as Haitian women that's light. Rien n'a fait la facile. N'a résoudre problème dans pays tant que Haïti. Et to feel like I'm in a group of women who understand how difficult it is there's no other way for me to say thank you. Parce que le bois maré, c'est nous-mêmes seulement comprendre ça nous voulait dire bois maré. L'homme dit maré ceinture nous. I can talk to Black people, African Americans all day. I can talk to different cultures all day. So keep close to each other. Thank you again, Bijou, for allowing us to express ourselves openly and freely without shame. Thank you.
Hi, Jessie. Go ahead, let us out.
Yes.
Oh, you're so gorgeous.
Where is she? No, baby.
Yeah. You don't hear me?
Yes, we do.
Ou se coucou no ciel moins, ou y'a caché, ou se pas cap souffler sous tête mon moins, ou se l'évangile dans Bible non, ou se ti calice pour aller tout bagaille Christ, ou se Jésus-Christ, ou crucifié, ou se non démembré, ou se coutant qui met la vie, non tout train chanter, ou se ta fille pour bon moins, tout même pour bon moins. Ou merci ti bouche moi dans moi ou c'est ta fière pour moi tout même pour moi ou merci ti bouche moi dans moi ou c'est ça le péché m'en vie fait chaque jour ou c'est mille j'ai appris en moi ou c'est poésie plaisir ou c'est poésie me casser code ou c'est ça l'ange qui m'en est poésie montrer faire la planche ou c'est ciel ou c'est terre ou c'est l'enmer ou c'est du jour courir caché ou soleil pas couler ou c'est l'honneur respect pour l'ouvrir la cour ou c'est seulement pour manger ensemble ou c'est l'air qui coule dans la poésie ou c'est faire bonheur à venir ou c'est flèche sous sommeil ou c'est tout même pour moi ou merci tu bouche moi dans moi ou c'est ta fière pour moi tout même pour moi ou merci tu bouche moi dans moi c'est cette joie qui galonne le soir l'esprit tu dois dans le ciel pour me faire taire tout les bien c'est ton nom fougère nous les points contraires c'est une bonne alarme c'est le béton c'est la qui fait aller sous l'highway sous pièce la chambre c'est gardien qui n'entend moins la vie sous moi a crié tant ou toujours présent ou c'est ta fille pour bon moi tout même pour bon moi ou merci tu bouche moi dans moi ou c'est ta fille pour bon moi tout même pour bon moi ou merci tu bouche moi dans moi merci. Merci beaucoup.
Bravo.
Merci.
All right,
Bravo.
This is it. We'll see you guys next year, hopefully in person. I'll share your notes.
Please save the date. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. Je souhaitais c'était pour en grande première, pour un an seulement, je souhaitais nous apprendre un pile de qui ça Fanm Potomitan, qui ça a fait, et de Fanm Potomitan qui est honoré. Allez sur page là, tant pis s'il vous plaît, allez sur fanmpotomitan.com. C'est très important pour nous attendre des histoires, et puis chaque femme ça yo, garder nous-mêmes de façon propre, par nous, comment nous prendre inspiration de nous-mêmes, et encourager de façon par nous. Parce que des fois, un petit mot d'encouragement, un petit message vous dit, pas larguer, kembe ferme, m'encourageons, c'est nécessaire. Encore félicitations à Bijou, à Kat et puis Lundi pour le travail phénoménal ça que nous fait. Félicitations à famille nous. Marie nous petite nous cap aider nous cap encourager nous cap nous jarret pour tout ça qu'a fait yo. Et tout le monde qui était là encore, merci pour support nous. Marqué date là l'autre année, même petit bagay là. Et puis me souhaiter nous gagner plus. Pas acheter une seule bouteille de vin non, faut nous acheter deux pour nous séparer avec tout le monde. Et puis faut plateau, par contre ça n'a manger si c'est popcorn chips, faut plus grand pour nous partager parce que monsieur Fanm Potomitan fait commencer honorer l'autre femme. Sur ce, je vous souhaite à tous une bonne soirée. Bonsoir et merci d'être là. Merci d'avoir participé. Merci d'avoir supporté. And thank you for being you, for being genuine. And I hope you learned something from this today. So my name is Mika. And I was your host for tonight. And I thank you guys for entrusting me with this. It was an absolute pleasure to share this moment with you. Thank you so much. You all have a good night. And congratulations to all the featured Fanm Potomitan. Et tout lot yo, pendant nous la tout, m'gen yon assignment the same way Dr. Vivian said, al nommer on Fanm Potomitan.
Yes.
Nous gen yon femme mami nou, allez, voyons email pour Fanm Potomitan dit, femme ça, son femme correct. Mais qui ça fait? Elle pas la avec. Ma quitte nous avec Timoussa. C'était Mika. Nous souhaitons tout un bon vendredi soir. Pas boire trop petit reste du vin crété. On y a pas boire pas non. Amusez-vous bien et bonne soirée, bonne fin de semaine à tous.
Merci, Mika.
Merci.
Hi, Mika. You were such an amazing. Merci, Fanm Potomitan. Bonne nuit, tout le monde. Bon week-end.
Bon week-end.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Mika. You were amazing.
Thank you, Sarah. Oh. They didn't say no?
Non, but you are te mettre accent dehors, non? On vient de parler, on va le Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. It was a real honor.
Bye, Dr. Vivian. You guys are amazing. This was awesome.
This was phenomenal. Thank you. I had to represent.
Where did you get that from?
Nice.
Where did you
Amazon.
Oh, really?
Amazon.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Amazon. Look it up. I gotta get mine. I can't get it in Canada
Yes,
yet.
it's also en français.
Mais non, mais Canada, faut m'acheter. On est Canada. Pas tout le monde qui vient Canada.
So we gotta get it for and get to Canada.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I gotta get mine.
Yeah.
This was phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Merci.
Get a shirt.
Yes.
Don't forget to get your merch.
Yes, get your merch.
The book?
The book? You want to know about the book?
No, how do you get it? Because
it's on Amazon.
Amazon. Girls Can Big Mountains.
Okay.
It's on Amazon.
And you know how she gave us an assignment? So you can also get a jade pensée to write your assignment.
They come with it though.
They are both on Amazon.
Okay.
So we'll send you the link.
All right.
You can just email us and then we'll tell you where you can get it. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Good night.
Good night. It was a real pleasure.
I'm in Canada as well, so.
You're in Canada. Where in Canada?
In Ottawa.
Oh, not far. I'm in Montreal.
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours, not that far.
All right, good night, girls.
Bye, bonne nuit.
Good night.
Bonne nuit, bonne fin de semaine à tous.
À vous aussi.
Merci. This was awesome.
It really was.
I know, right? Very nice.
Thank you.